So we've got a window here. We're gonna hand cut, and we're gonna do an install on it. You lay it up, tack it here in the middle so it doesn't move on you. And usually just pick a side. I'm left-handed, so always pick this side, at least on the driver's side. And you can use the edge of the window there as your straight edge. Then you pick it up, pull it over just a little bit. That way you're covered on both sides, because if you didn't do that, then you'd be short on either side there. We're going to spray it and re-tack it. Make sure it does not move while we're cutting the rest of it. Now we're going to cut the front side of it. Here we're going to use this right here, same on the front, as a guide for our blade. Now we've got both sides cut. Our bottom is still straight. Pick the window up and we'll roll it down just a little bit. And we've got it all positioned. We'll cut our top edge here. Now we've got a rough cut window, and we're going to come over here to the board. So all we're going to do is we're going to come around, we're going to trim these edges, clean that up some. I just use my finger as a guide. Come around, you get a nice little curve there. And we're going to do the same here. All right. And then we're going to trim this off right here to make it a little straighter. All right. Then we're going to come back. I'm going to squeegee this bottom here, because we want to shrink this bottom, because usually if you don't shrink a window, you'll have little fingers come up, what we call fingers. It basically look like that right there, but on a smaller scale, you know. And that's basically just slack in the film. If you were to squeegee the sides and not the center first, then you're possibly going to have fingers in the middle. But I always shrink the bottom here to get rid of that. Let me grab my heat gun. We're just going to pick the bottom up here. You don't want to go all the way across. You want to leave about that much still sticking to the glass, about like that right there. You just run the heat gun up under there. Now we're going to clean. We'll roll the window down. We'll always wipe your seals. That's usually where most of your dirt comes from. If you don't wipe your seal down from rolling the windows down, you know, people riding with the windows down, a lot of dirt can collect back in here, so always wipe your seals down. And we've got the seal, the bottom seal out of this. We're going to do a bottom load. It's much easier. It's a lot cleaner install. Give it a scrub. Anytime you have stickers, like a lot of these Kias, they'll have stickers along the windows. I'll take all those off, just gives it a cleaner look. Now you'll have a lot of dealerships that'll do their own window tint. A lot of dealerships have their own tinter, and they'll tint over those stickers. Reason being is because it's dealer, somebody buys it, doesn't have those stickers on there, they don't know. So the dealership has to leave those on there. But if you go to a tint shop, they'll take those stickers off. Flush our sides here. 2 reasons. Film slides in nice, so you've got soap in there, plus you're flushing out anything that you might have missed when you were squeegeeing the window. All right, we'll come over here and get our pattern. Being we're bottom loading this, we're going to pull the whole liner off. Normally you would, if you were doing a 2-stage, you'd pull the pattern down to about right there, give it a spray. But since we're going to bottom load, we're going to pull all of the liner off. Anytime you pick film up, try to not put your fingerprints on it too much. It's usually about how much I grab right there. Usually try to make sure my fingers are wet, that way I don't grab it with dry fingers. Just kind of float it up. If you're bottom loading, always put your front in first. It just kind of slides in. It's a little easier to do the front. Once you get the front in, always look around, make sure what your other side is doing. See, I got a little bit of a hiccup right there, but that's not much. It's not gonna hurt the film. Usually don't wanna try to put the film in too much of a bind, because then you can start creasing it. Now we're just gonna slide it around, make sure we're good. Now always try to get as close to that top edge as you can. Gives it a cleaner look. Now we're gonna look on our other side here, because these Kias, that film can go way back into that seal. So if you're loading one up like I just did, make sure that you're all the way in there. And we're ready to squeegee. Always start with the top first. That way you kind of gives it a good little tack. Now we've got the front stuck there. We're gonna come in, we're gonna hit these sides right here. Usually it's best to go upwards on these. That way if you were to squeegee down like this right here, your tool could possibly hit the film and bind it up. You could crease it. So always go upwards, that way you don't have any slack built up. Now we've got our top edge stuck. Now we're good to always start in the middle, because if you were to start out here on the sides and work your way in, you're putting all that slack in the middle. In the film, with it being shrunk the way I did, you can kind of see how everything is. So if you were to start in the middle and work your way out, it pushes everything out nice and even. Now we've got everything squeegeed. Now you can start right here and you can squeegee down. That's not going to hurt anything, but up here, like I said, at the top edge, if you're up here on the top, you always want to squeegee up. That way you don't get any slack right there or crease it. And then we'll come down here, hit this bottom with this felt squeegee, and we're good. And then we'll slide it over here and we'll check it. Make sure we're good. Don't have any little fingers sticking up, which we shouldn't because of the way we shrunk it. And that is a window. Pretty good, pretty good.